All right, so ScapeCon East. What can you tell us, sir? Because you were there.
Yeah, I'm loading all of the pictures right now onto my computer so I can hopefully showcase some of them. Otherwise, majority of them are already on Instagram and Facebook. ScapeCon East was the very first big collaboration between the North Scapers, the Southern Scapers, majority from the Mars group, and those that go to Springfield, Mass, for those events. And anyone in between, honestly. So ScapeCon East was in my home state of Jersey, and we had about 28 scapers come out, and for 4 days, 3 nights, we played a bunch of HeroScape, and it was, nothing ever tops ScapeCon Indiana, okay?
The main ScapeCon.
But ScapeCon East, the main ScapeCon. But ScapeCon East was, other than the fact that it was close to home for me, was a great mixture between the two groups. The Mars group, because I travel. If you're not familiar, I travel both, at least once a month. I'm traveling to either Massachusetts or Maryland. So I play with these guys, I get defeated by them often, and so now they all get to come in one place to defeat me. So
all your enemies in one place.
All of my enemies, they all came out, and they're like, Joe, you want to get your butt beaten? Because it's ready. We're going. We're getting ready.
The championship music starts. Like,
yeah. The boss health bar shows up.
Theme starts playing.
What was it? Rick the technician. What was it? From the new Star Wars game.
Heck yeah.
So yeah. But yeah. So yes. So the group of guys that ran that were absolutely fantastic. They put on a great con. I got to play 15 games and won 6 of them.
Nice.
I did not film any of them. But so there's only a number. It's only on HeroScapers, HeroScape.org is the record.
So did it happen is the question.
yeah, it did. It did.
The wings.
The other special thing that I was able to do was showcase off HeroScape Adventure to Scapers for the first time.
That's awesome.
So this, like I said, I've been playtesting the idea of ScapeCon Adventure with different types of adventures to my friends, and I've been tweaking it here and there, and just trying to get the flow, because I'm not a dungeon master. I don't play D&D as the guy behind the chair, and so this was my chance to really do that in a HeroScape environment. And for anyone that may not be familiar with HeroScape Adventure, obviously there's a video on the channel where I kind of break down and explain it all. But the quick line of thing is, HeroScape Adventure is a story experience with HeroScape. You are playing HeroScape. At the end of the day, you are playing HeroScape. I am not changing the game. The cards are the same. Order markers, dice, all of that is changing. Stats. The only thing that's the different experience is that you're taking one character, and you're taking that one character with 3 or 4 or whoever, how many more other players, and putting them down a story experience, giving them objectives, throwing enemies here and there, and just allowing the party to essentially go through the HeroScape map and explore, break barrels, find chests, get loot, and fight off the baddies, whoever I'm throwing out. And so the adventure I had put on was called Night of the Nids.
Nice.
Nids are...
Of course it was Mario related.
Of course it's Mario related. Nids are a VC Morrow, VC standing for Valhalla Customs. and they're probably my favorite Morrow now. And so I made a large campaign. I played it twice. I've never played an adventure twice, more than once, with any of my friends. So this was the first time I got to do that as well, which was incredible experience because I filmed the first time I did it. So that video will come out at some point.
On JoeCrazy's YouTube channel, which you can find in the link description below as well.
Exactly.
Go follow. Go subscribe.
Yep, do it.
Just please subscribe. And then I played it again the next morning, which I did not film. And both those experiences were very different. The one from the night that I did film went a little bit slower. And they progressed through the main goal a little bit longer, where the other group got through the main objective quite quickly based on some selective of powers and usage of their abilities. And so I was like, okay, well, if you guys want to keep going, I can throw more at you. And they're like, yeah, let's keep going. Because there was at least another hour or two gap for us to play. So we were like, all right, let's keep going. So I threw new stuff at them. And this is stuff that is not VC. This is my own creations. So I got to play test, brand spanking new stuff for them, which was really cool. And I told them, nice. I told people ahead of time, you're gonna see stuff that is, VC related and not VC related. I'm gonna throw stuff that you've never seen before. And that was really, really fun to do and to have, like I said, the wall barrier up for some reason. A lot of these pictures. I was trying to open it up as a thing, but I did not have this prepared as easily as I thought I would. Let me see if I can just open up one here.
It's okay. I know you want more people to play Mario. We understand that part.
No. See, it's the exact opposite. They need to stop. They need to stop because see, everything keeps opening up with another app, and it's not opening up with another thing. So I have to set it up differently. So I will not have pictures right fine. Now.
But again, I mean, Joe, you're gonna have all this stuff on your YouTube channel for sure.
Yeah. I'll make a video. I'll do a report of it. I'm just still trying to come back from my hiatus of jobs and stuff, so I am just trying to get back in the swing of things. So it might take a while for sure the first video of mine to come out, but once that happens, then it's swinging. I'm swinging back and forth with new videos. For sure.
You got this. I believe in you.
And with Joe, I mean, the HeroScape Adventure thing, Joe already has videos out on his YouTube channel about it as well. And we got
an episode of the podcast.
We did. We talked about it on the podcast as well. And I think, Joe, you're going to be probably doing this again for ScapeCon 4, right? The main ScapeCon, probably. Yeah,
I mean, I gotta talk to Orc Elf Army 1, aka Mike, about that. I also got to figure out how I'm getting stuff there because I have to fly. So I'm gonna make it happen at some point. I don't know how, but I'm going to make it happen. I will make a brand new adventure.
Probably talk to the person that does the main stuff, because there's someone that
have stuff out there.
Yeah. There's a person that has all the local stuff, all the stuff they borrow is from a local person in Indiana. So you could probably coordinate, because they have a lot of stuff.
True.
So definitely talk to them.
True. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I'd work with OEAO. He'd probably know a lot more about that.
Yeah. So I'll have to talk to Mike and see, because like I said, I pre-build everything on Virtual Escape, have everything pre-planned. I could send them the files and say, hell yeah, you know what, we could hook you up. That's easy, Swarm of the Morrow, or Dungeon or whatever. And the only thing I would be bringing would be some custom terrain, because that was another thing too. I added custom terrain to the board.
Nice.
Stuff that stuff that you see on the channel, stuff with the popsicle sticks, stuff with the high ground bridges. So I wanted to be able to showcase the things that I've made customs for on the channel. So yeah, no, that was cool. Just head back to the gameplay before we go to adventure together. My gameplay experience as of competitive gaming was incredible as well. I think the games that I lost, I think I enjoyed those more than the ones that I won. Surprisingly, because a lot of the games that I were losing, I still put up a really good fight. Like none of them were like a blowout. Maybe one of them. You know what? No, there was definitely one or two. But that's the point. The point is that I am learning on positioning. I'm learning on my army compositions. So I feel like ScapeCon East was a really good test of my skill, so that all the practice going to the Mars, going to the Springfield, Mass. Running at these events, looking at what people are bringing. And seeing what I can work with to make my armies better, get the synergies going, get the cohesion of the army builds, and seeing who's running what, trying to see because one of the VC events, VARCs, the Varkanens, super popular with this community. And as they should. The Varks are great. I love the wolves. But yeah, the ones that I have Gray Spears, and does anyone familiar with the hero that the ranged hero?
Is it Arctos or
Arctos? Yes.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah. So yeah, those I have to pick up. I do not have them yet, but I have all the other Varks. But those are really good. I got to play against those quite a bit. That and of course Morrow Hounds. That's why I said you gotta stop. The Marden Hounds are ridiculously good. Very, very popular. So yeah, stop it.
So would you say
they're mean?
From word of your Hive Lord, right?
Yeah, yeah.
From word of your Hive Lord, stop playing the Morrow.
So Joe,
you're asking Ryan?
Yeah, in conclusion, would you say that for anybody who's thinking about going to a tournament or something, even if it's not ScapeCon East, but instead of saying, okay, ScapeCon 4, well, that might be a little too big, overwhelming for me at the moment since I'm just getting into this, although I'd still recommend it. But would you say that maybe a smaller venue would be a better option and then work your way up? And when it comes to particularly ScapeCon East, if you're on the East Coast and you can't really get to the center of the country, would you think that'd be a better option for people?
Okay, so if you're brand new to coming out to a HeroScape event and you're like, oh man, I don't want to go. I'm not really that competitive. I don't want to just go and have a bad army composition and just get just get destroyed. I'm don't think that. Please do not think that. I went into the deep end. Literally what you're asking, Ryan, is the exact opposite what I'm going to recommend.
Okay.
I went to ScapeCon in Indiana as my very first event. I played 24 games and won 2 or 3.
It's a lot.
That was it. I jumped into the ocean, dived right deep, and then every single fish slapped me. Just kept going, right? So, I was drenched in competitive sweat. And so I almost welcome that as well. No matter what order you want to do and go to escape event, just jump in. Whichever pool you want to jump into, jump in. If you're on the East Coast, Mars welcomes you, Massachusetts welcomes you. If we're most likely going to be doing ScapeCon East, but who knows? Nothing is set in stone yet. But ScapeCon East, jump in. Indiana, jump in if there's spots, because I know that's the hot spot. Everybody wants to go.
Right.
When's the Indiana one?
August.
August.
Okay. Yeah. I can send you information on that, Carl.
How close to Gen Con is that?
It's the week after.
It's a week after practice.
It's designed to where you can go to Gen Con, and then if you're staying for that week after Gen Con, you can attend ScapeCon. That's the way they've designed it. They decided that because ScapeCon is all the people that played HeroScape during Gen Con. So if that makes sense, like that's where they usually organized, and then they just kind of broke off. So until Renegade starts doing stuff at Gen Con, then we're kind of just doing ScapeCon on the side until otherwise.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds awesome. I'll be checking that out.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I'd highly recommend if you have the opportunity to jump in.
I'm making my journey next year first time, so I'm excited.
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm out in Virginia, so the East Coast one's a little closer for me, but I do go to Gen Con, so
oh yeah,
might make that work.
Yeah, according to Renegade, I'll put it out there. We're supposed to have HeroScape at Gen Con this next year, so 2024. You're going to see HeroScape in some capacity, more than there's a pin and a piece of paper.
Yeah, either behind glass or on a table. I don't know
something.
In what
that's all we know. But it's going to be bigger than a pin and a piece of paper. That's important, okay?
I'm rolling my dice and saying it's behind glass.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, are we showing off pins? Wait.
Anytime anybody mentions a pin, I'm putting in front of the camera. So.
No, it was honestly really cool though. To see HeroScape merch in the year of 2023 after no merch for 13 years, it was really crazy. It was like, oh my gosh, is that an actual object associated with this game? So yeah, I get it. It's big. It's big.
So Renegade had that at the booth. Then I guess I just didn't.
Yeah, they were passing out pins at the booth. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, I missed it.
You just had to ask them.
It was a secret Easter egg. You had to talk to the right people.
You know, it'd be funny if me and you passed by and we didn't even notice. Like we were just kind of, we were just doing our own thing, and we were just like, oh hey.
That's funny. It's possible, right? We didn't know each other.
No, Gen Con's huge. Didn't realize how big it was.
70,000, man.
There's so many things.
Crazy.
I was surprised it got as much as I did done. Despite only having 4 hours there, I was like, "This place is huge."
Dude, I was there for 4 days with my 11-year-old at the time. He's 12 now, but like we walked like 25,000 steps every day. Like he was like,
it's a big place.
Inside,
like, so much
inside, like you like the whole. Crazy. It was insane. Like Gen Con is overwhelmingly massive. But anyway,
But anyway, Joe, anything else to say about ScapeCon East, and we can jump into Adventures Together real quick, okay?
No, it was fantastic. I love all of the guys that came out. This is such a great community. Like they know it, you know. For anyone that hasn't gone to an event, go. Like we still got Hexacon,
just to check it out. Yeah.
You know, Mid Coast, and there's events all over. Check HeroScapers.com. You can even check HeroScape.org and see what events are coming up, and then there's links to those pages on HeroScapers.com, so you can find out what events are near you. And please just go out, support the community. Go out, you know, play a couple games, have a good time, meet people, talk. You know, the most friendly and respectful people I've ever met.